What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Joey Nitro RC. So today we have got the battle of the tent scales. We have the HPI Bullet here. Really love this truck. And then we have this. This is the HPI Pirate that JP from JP's RC Canada sent me. I'm super excited to try this out today, and I thought I'd run them and do a little bit of a comparison. I absolutely love this truck. It has some issues, we'll go through those, but all in all this is a brilliant truck, great engine, but we'll talk about that in a little while. And this thing I have never ever tried. I don't know a lot about it. I know it's got a massive big block in it, a 21 HPI Hyper, and you know, on paper it should absolutely eat this alive, and we're going to see if it will. There's a few things I need to do on both trucks, so we will go through that and then we'll run them both and see what they're like. So guys, this is the Pirate that JP sent me. Don't take any notice of the body. It's actually a very close match for the Pirate body, but obviously there was a problem with that, and this one was made to look very similar, and it does the job very well, I think. So if we just take the lid off, I've shown you this recently on a video, but this will be the first time to run it today. I need to put some radio gear and electrics in it, and then we will get this bad ass 21 Hyper engine ripping. I also need to change the wheels. I've got some of these. I've got 4 of these ones. Unfortunately, when this was being shipped, it was squashed, and I don't know if you can see that on camera very well, but it has several dimples in these tires, and unfortunately they won't pop back out. It's quite difficult to see, but there's concaves in big concaves in 3 places on these wheels. Now possibly if I ran it, centrifugal force would make it pop out to normal size, but I'm not sure. So anyway, we'll stick those on. I have 4 of those, and we're going to see how good this is. I'm really excited to run this and see what it's like. I expect it's going to be a hell of a lot of fun. I expect it's going to be a lot faster than this, but we will see. And then next to that we have the amazing little HPI Bullet. I really love this truck. People say it's weak, this, that and the other, but I've had this like 15-20 foot jumps, backflips out of a skate bowl. I'll put a little picture of that up, and this survives very well. Yes, it's got issues in there with the C-hubs. They're pretty weak, they do snap easily, but like I've said before, if anything's going to break, you know, they're cheap to get, they're cheap to replace, they're easy to replace, and you know, it stops the kinetic energy going any further up the chassis and breaking something else. So you can put aluminium bits on this, but I just don't think it's a very good idea. I'd rather run it how it is. It has the G3.0, which is a really great engine, very easy to use, very easy to tune. This one I need to just have a look at the hexes underneath these wheels. One of them I had to slightly modify in the field to keep it working, and I'm going to try and replace that if I can find any in my parts kit. But we'll get these both. Oh, sorry, this also I have fitted, if you can see in there, with a Roto Star. It just about fits in through there. I like pull starts. I think they're just convenient and easy to use, but you know, I've got no issue with Roto Starts either. So anyway, we will get both of these ready for some action, and then we will let them rip, and we will see how good they both are. Okay guys, so on this Pirate, the battery pack, or this, I'm putting 4 AAs in just because it's convenient size at the moment. You have to undo this assembly, which is those 2 screws there underneath the chassis, and then this just comes out and then it just screws back on. It holds that battery pack in there very well, so you haven't really got any worry about the AAs coming loose in there because they are contained, but you can also put zip ties in these convenient little holes here if you wanted to zip tie it shut as well. And then I'll just mount a receiver on top here. Okay guys, we have power. I've installed the receiver. There was a little problem with the brake linkage. The brakes were permanently on and only release when you press the throttle, so I added a bit of fuel line there, and I'm now getting decent brake as well. So that's all good, all done. Stick the air filter back on. As you can see, the carb opens fully and it shuts, and when you press the brake it does not move, so that is all good. So just gonna put the new wheels on and then we'll get back. These are the wheels that I was talking about, the pedals, and as you can see the indentation there and there. It's a real shame because I would have loved to have had a go with these. I've never used pedal tyres before, and I think they would have done really well on the grass, but you know, hey ho, it doesn't matter. We got these ones. Let's put the other two on and then we'll take a look. So there we go, guys. She's looking pretty good. I did have some other tyres that and wheels that JP sent me. They were a little bit bigger than this, and he sent them to me before, not with this truck, and I said to him maybe I could put those on here, and he said no, they don't fit, they rub a little bit. They fit the hex but they rub. So luckily I had these, and I think they look pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Looking forward to this. So now we'll get this one ready and then we'll go rip. Okay guys, so this is the issue I was talking about with the hex on the Bullet. That is actually the inside of the hex, what should have been the inside of the hex. As you can see, there is the bar that holds the little pin. And that is actually the outside part of the hex that connects to the wheel, but I melted it so it would hold the pin in the field. But I have a brand new one here. That would have been the side that I just melted that you just saw, and that is the normal side. So let's get this back together and now we can go rip because we're all ready. Right, so here we go with the Bullet. I've put some 25% nitro in. I will give it a prime. As I said to you before, it's very tight putting a roto start on here, but it does work. You just have to sort of feed it in a little bit. So I ended up putting a new glow plug in her and leaning out the high speed a little bit and the low speed. Oh, this thing is fast. I love this little truck. Pretty stable as well. The only thing about this truck as well is it's got a very small tank, so fuel runs out real quick. But it's got some power, I'll tell you that. Doing a bit of torque there. Whoa! Also, this Bullet, it looks really similar, the body shell, to the Octane, doesn't it? Very similar body shell. So exactly, this is no slouch, but I'm expecting the Pirate to be a little bit quicker. Okay guys, let's try this Pirate. Never have I started this before. This is the first experience and the first start up for me, and I cannot wait. Once again, thank you very much, very much to JP from JP's RC Canada. He's just one terrific fella. Okay, let's give it some primage. Oh, it's got some pinch, I'm telling you. Woo. Okay. Okay, I think we're gonna have to go old school on this. Little bit of fuel down the carb there. See what we can do with that. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Flooded it. That's promising. Ah, that's better. Well, it's fast. Woo! The body is rubbing a little bit on those wheels, unfortunately. I'll have to trim that up. It's fast. Whoa, it's fast. Ofna Pirate, baby, with 21 engine. The only 110 for the big block. That's standard. It's not messing about a tire, I'll tell you that. Woo! Whoa! He's definitely laying down that power. Yay! What a lot of fun. Amazing. Woo! Oh! Because he's running that lane. She drinks petrol as well. I mean, she drinks got a balloon, I was tired. Oh! Okay guys, I've had to cut that a little bit short. I can see that high-speed needle there, you can't see it so much now because I've wiped it, has some fuel coming from the top of it. And the problem with the tune on this is because I believe that high-speed needle needs new O-rings, which is not a problem, and it is a normal Hobeo kind of thing. But man, did she move when she was going well. She was so quick, it was a bit scary, like just all of a sudden power. Amazing, amazing. Well, I've had such a great time with these two trucks. Versus, who's the winner? Well, it's not a battle, and to be fair with you, these are not really in the same league. Obviously this is a big block powerhouse and a tiny body, well, not tiny, but 1/10 body. That's just a great little 1/10 basher. But this thing here, absolutely phenomenal. I mean, that engine in it is just, it's just insane. It's just an insane amount of power, and you've really got to be on your game to keep some sort of reign over it. But I'm so happy with it. I mean, what a lovely thing to have in my collection. I'm just so pleased with it. So again, please, thank you very much, Jay. What a great, kind thing. Absolutely love it. Gonna do some work on the carb here. I may have to trim that body a bit more because the wheels are still rubbing on the body. I might whack a couple of new servos in it because the steering's a little bit weak, but basically it's just a monster. Absolutely brilliant. So guys, there we have it, the HPI Bullet and the Ofna Pirate. You know, this thing, if it was renamed, they could have called it something like the Problem Child, because it is absolutely nuts. Absolutely nuts. When you look at the platform, it's like they've got a 1/8 and they've just shrank it, and all the parts, they look so similar, just smaller. But what they forgot to do was put a smaller engine in. And this thing, it's just absolutely scary. I'm going to do a few bits to it, get the carb sorted out, get the body trimmed a bit more, and then I'm going to take it out. And I'm going to try and take it out on the tarmac, because this thing is fast. I mean, they're saying that this can do like 60 miles an hour. We'll try and find out. And then of course the Bullet, well, I love that thing. I'm going to be taking this out again soon and putting it over some jumps, because I just love this truck. Really good. I'd say this is a brilliant beginner's truck, because it's not boring, and it's very fast, and it's easy to use, and it's easy to work on. Lovely thing. What's better? Well, as I said before, they're not in the same league. This thing is absolutely crazy, and if you're not very careful with this, you're gonna come unstuck, as I almost did. I seem to have cut myself on the nose. Well, I don't know how that happened. Certainly wasn't one of these flying at me, that's for sure. You can see where the body's been rubbing on there, and that wheel just touches when it moves in, so I'll have to trim that up. But I am super grateful for this. What a lot of fun, and I'm gonna give it some love. I'm going to sort out the tiny little issues. Now, this truck had sat for a while before Jay sent it to me. The one-way bearing is okay, but it's slipping a little bit, so I'll clean that out. I'll put a new carb on it, or I'll try and just put new rings in it. As I said, trim the body, and then I'm going to have another go with this, and I'm going to have another go where there's a lot of room, because this thing, as I said, is absolutely crazy. Anyway guys, if you got to the end of this video, thank you so much for joining me. This is the best hobby. I love it, and I hope if you're not into this hobby and you've seen this video, that this may inspire you somehow to go and try this hobby, because believe me, if you try it and you stick with it, you'll definitely get into it. It's great hobby, great for families. Teach your kids, just have a lot of fun. There's no right and wrong, just having fun is number one. Anyway guys, as always, if you like this content, there'll be videos here and here for you to choose, and if you press my logo up here, you'll be able to subscribe, those who know Nitro. And as always guys, I'll catch yous on the next one.
It's your boy, Joey Nitro. Yeah, Joey Nitro.